guys, this is FX Mesh smashing it once again. You are welcome back to my channel, and this is a Forex and index and metals review and outlook for the week. And I'm really excited to bring you back another exclusive and informative content where we get to learn about the forex market and other instruments like metals, like such as gold and any other metals we like to trade, maybe probably platinum or whatever in the future, or silver or whatever, and also indices like German 30, NAS 100, and US 30. Then also a couple of uh, uh, currency pairs, which we'll be looking at like we always do in the past. So today, as usual, we're going to start with uh, the indices. First, what we have here, I've already marked out a few ones here. We're not going to be going through all of them here because of time, but what is the most important thing is to master the right principle and strategy. And as usual, to become a consistent trader, it's good for you to actually um, because use a particular principle, focus on a particular principle that works for you, and stay on that principle and try to make it simple as possible. If you watch my videos, it looks like I'm repeating myself, but guys, I'm not repeating myself. Break and retest is what I use as my core principle in price action. But there are other things that comes around the price action analysis, like patience. I have to be patient. I have to apply proper risk management in my trading. Well, I've not really touched on those areas I thought, but I'm just giving you a picture of how I trade. I take losses sometimes. Of course, those are normal. I can't come out here. If I come here and tell you I trade, my trading strategy is not 100%. I mean, that's not correct. There is no trading strategy that is 100%. But what we're trying to do is to find the best possible way to be on the right side of the market. That is what we do. Now let's get started into the chart. Now what we have here is USD card, and USD card in the week. What did it do in the week? Oh, the week started, let's see, the week started on the 4th. Actually, trading week started on the 4th. So let's see what happened on the 4th of March. 4th of March. So this is 4th of March candle. So this candlestick is the 4th of March. Now let me draw. I would like to draw a line, a vertical line, 4th of March. So I'm quite clear of what I'm doing here. Now you can see that I've drawn a vertical line through this candlestick. This candlestick started the week between here and here. You can see what the market did. This market did USD card. What this market did was that it's demonstrated. I'll make it big a little bit here so you can see what I'm talking about. Now you can see that it demonstrated what a pull. It fell for push to the downside. It started with the push on a daily time frame. What did the market do? It pushed downwards first, then it continued with what a full bullish candlestick to the upside, and also continued as well to the upside. So we can see that USD card was on a bullish trend in the previous week. Now technical analysis is what I base on. I also combine a bit of fundamental analysis in my technical trading. Now what we have here, we can see clearly that there was a bullish push to the upside. Now let's look before last week. What happened previously? Now if you go back to this area around 11th of maybe around 14th of March, you see that after 14th of March 2022, we found that there was a significant pull to the downside. Let's use a trend line. Now there was a significant pull to the downside. Remember, this is a daily time frame. Now you can see that Just to make it clear, you can see that the market pushed to the downside, and now it touched this level. It came down, and the candlesticks were fat, were full. But as I started coming, as I started breaking. Now it got to this level. You can see that it is consolidating on this level. When a market is consolidating on the level, it means that the level is a strong level, and we need to pay close attention to that level. Now, if you look to your left, what can you see? Your immediate left, you can see that the same thing happened. So that gives us a clue and an indication that the market might probably want to reverse. And you can see clearly that there was a bounce after trying to break through this level I've already marked. You can see that it's a push to the upside. So what did I do? I entered a buy. To be honest, I entered a buy. This trade. See, I entered a buy. See, I'm still. There was a drawdown. That's why you can see negatives now. For now, and that drawdown is what you can see here right now. Now I expect this market to push to the upside. So it was already in profit, but what I did was to just stay put. I'm swinging it to the next coming this new week, and once I get to this level, I'm going to probably jump out of the market. It depends on how the market plays out, but I am expecting it to go to the upside because I've already entered already. So now in daily time frame is not where I actually entered. I'm just trying to show you what has transpired in the past. Now let's go to the 4 hours time frame. So the 4 hours time frame is where we can actually see clearly what is really happening. You can see it's like zooming closer to see exactly what is going on, and you can see the market kind of now I'm taking advantage, or I'm taking a clue from the fact that the market has bounced on this region, and also is already pushing to the upside. You can see clearly that it's pushing to the upside, and is already building what a bullish trend. Now I expect the market to push to the upside and get to this point, and I take my profit and jump out, and then whatever happens from there I will determine by what happens, how the market plays out around this region. But I've drawn this point as well, this point, because you know, once it gets to around this region, look at to the left, you see there's something happening there. Yeah, we're gonna know by the time the week plays out. It could still reverse. Now this market, I could even run into losses as well, because it can stop me out here. Market can come here and just reverse, because if you look at it, it's like trading. There's what they call trading demand and supply. And when you're trading demand and supply, you can see that the market can as well from here hit here, come down a little bit, hit here, come down a little bit, and even hit here and push to the downside is possible. But I have already entered this trade already, and I'm opting for a buy. Yes, so that's what is going on the 4 hours time frame. So if we step down, let's see what happens. If we step down, the market is going to spread anyway and give us more candlesticks. You see that spread from 4 hours to 1 hour. You can see it went sideways, and it gives us more information about what is going on at about this area. Okay, now I expect the market to push to the upside. If it reverses, I won't be surprised, because the market, you have to, in the forex market, you have to open your mind. You don't think only one direction. You have to open your mind to whichever way it is going. But I have already entered this trade, and I think I'll see how it plays out anyway. Now going to the next pair. Now this pair is very interesting. AUD/JPY. AUD/JPY is very interesting because we can see clearly. We're going to use the 4 hours. Let's start analyzing from 4 hours. The 4 hours is clearly showing a clear trend, up down, clearly trend. Now I already marked. I usually, although if I don't, well, let me just clean it out. Let me clean it so you can. Now this height was okay. Now what I did was that I first of all, what you want to do is first of all look at what the trend is. If you look at this trend very well, even a kid, a baby can identify that this market is going to the upside. So what do? We try to prepare the market for a setup, a proper setup. So what is a setup? First of all, what you want to do is to identify the trend. Identify the trend, because the market is pushing to the upside. Okay, it's pushing to the upside, right? Now this market is pushing to the upside, and what we'll do now is to identify the structure. What is the structure? There's a structure here. Key structure. First of all, let's just draw the resistance structure first. Draw resistance. I draw my resistance. I end it at this point here. I use this point here. I draw it across to the right side. Give it a reasonable distance. And also, I draw another one here, because here's the structure here in the way, because it came down and it had a pullback, a correction against this bullish trend. It pushed to the downside and continued up. Now and then there was a continuation. So I'll draw another structure here. Okay, then here it doesn't really matter, but I know that it started from here, it started pushing up to the upside, and you can see a clean bullish to the upside. Now if you look at this market very well, you can see that it pushed to the upside, it pulled back, it corrected, and it started pushing to the upside. Now what is going to happen? Right now there is an indecision attitude here in the market. What do I mean? The market is in between two key levels: the resistance, the structure. What do? We wait for the market to play out. Waiting is very important in this game. Waiting for the market to play out. Allow the market to play out. We don't even need to go step down. Even if we step down to a lower time frame, it's still going to consolidate. It's still the same thing. See, it's not doing anything. It's still the same thing. So let's just put it on 4 hours for now. What do we want to do? We have two options basically. So that it hits. Oh no, sorry. So either we wait for the market to hit here, and if it hits here, if it produces a thick bearish candle to the downside, I will take a sell. I'll take a sell position to the next what? I'll just explain this scenarios. I can even take a sell to this point. It's very small sell, like a kind of a scalping to this point. Or second, if I'm confident enough, I can take it to this point. I'll stop here, then put my stop loss just above the resistance, and that's it. Or I can allow the market, it could get to this level, break through this level. It tested it here, tested it here, tested it here. It could break through this level, and break through this level, test this level, and retest this level rather. Then and push and show me a green full candlestick in this area. And what do? I will take a long position from there and look to my left and be cautious. I have to be cautious because I don't know what the market is going to do. The market has does not owe anybody any explanation. It does what it wants to do. So I look to the left. Let's see if we can look to the left and see what's happening in the left. So you see, there's not okay. Yeah, there is. So we can as well draw a structure here from on top here. But since it's consolidated, you can just draw a structure here and see. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah. So let's go back to 4 hours time frame. So you see, I just take a buy to here, and my TP1 will be here. TP1 will be here. That's all. Then I take my stop loss to be here to this point, and that's all. Simple. If it doesn't do that, it can reverse, and I can trade the reverse and take a sell. That is for AUD JPY. Europe USD is the next one, and what do we have? Europe USD is consolidating between two key levels. First of all, what you want to do is, when you have the market not clear like this, what do? Drawing trend lines is a different video, different teaching entirely. So what you do, first of all, you draw a support. How do you draw a support? You identify key levels and join them. Support, because the reason why you draw support and resistance is to help you to know what direction the market is going. First of all, in fact, first of all, you have to identify the direction of the market first. This market is on a bearish trend. How do I know? You can see market push to the downside. You must learn how to draw trend lines. Very important. How do you draw trend lines? You draw the two first top points, this point and this point. Once they touch together, they just allow it to push to the downside. Now you can see bearish push. Then the market hits this level. Sorry, it hits this level. Now let us try and do the playback so you understand what I mean. Okay. The market now, let's assume we don't okay, let's assume we don't know what's happening now. We don't know what's going to happen in the past. And look at, you can see I'm making a playback, a play forward, and you can see what the market is doing. I'm just fast forwarding it. You can see now, as a trader, what I would do is I can draw a key level here, because this is a key level here and this key level here. So there's something peculiar here. I'll draw a key level there and allow the market. I'll keep waiting. Allow the market to play out. Market to play out. Playing out. Oh, play out. So let me. If I was not, let's assume this one was not there. I'm just trying to create a good scenario for you so you can have an idea of what I'm doing now. Now, if you look at this market, you see that the market is already it's on a downward trend. Although I've already drawn this because I drew this because there's a structure here, and was a structure here before the thing came down here. That's why I drew this line. Now it broke through it. It kind of tested it somehow. Then it pushed to downside. Now look at what is happening. You see, it's already it had a clean fall. Now you can see that it's moving to the right side. It means that there's something here. There's something somewhere around here, this region, this area, that is strong. Now we keep waiting. I'll let the market play out, and let's see what happened. See, you see. Now let's wait. You see that there's something here. There's something here. So what do? We draw our support as well, and just mark those supports and see. And see again. Wait for the market to see what you see. The market is in between this level and this level. What do? You wait for the market. You see, it has tested what? This level. Now you see what I'm saying, that break and retest or reversals. If you watch my videos very well, I'll always treat break and retest or reversals. Look at this. I can just do a short here because it hit here and it tested here, and you can see this candlestick is full. I can even sell here. I'm just digressing a little bit, but I just want to show you something. I can sell here. I can sell here, and let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Guys, you see, it hit what? It hit. You see, it hit. Take profit. What that trade here? I didn't trade break and retest. I trade what? A reversal. Okay, that is what we do. That is the concept, the underpinning concept of what we are doing trading. Many a times this will work, but sometimes it might not work. Sometimes I lose trades. After taking trades, I also lose them because that's it. That's just trading. Okay, now let's go. I want to go back to what I was trying to explain before I cancelled. Now this is past. This is already in the past. Now, okay. Now this is what the market is now. Now we've reviewed what happened in the past. That it came down here, then it hit here, then it kind of reversed. We traded the reverse here, like kind of a back testing, and it worked out. We won this trade here. Now the market went up and came down. Now going forward, I would have easily taken a buy here. It's very easy to take a buy here, but based on experience, what I've learned about the forex market is that patience is golden. I would rather wait for the market to give me a full candlestick to the upside. I'm telling you, before I can take what a buy. Right now, this one shows, you can see that, yeah, it's a full candlestick here. I will also wait for more confirmation, because what I've observed is that each time I trade, I just enter. Oh, this is easy. Or now it's hit here. Now it's going to go up. I end up, my concept is correct, but sometimes I end up running to the wrong side. This market could even keep falling down, retest here and push and falling down. And if I was to take a buy, let's see if I took it back here, I would have what? Run into losses. You see? So the best thing in this scenario is to wait for a clear push to the upside before you can take what? A buy. Because when it comes to patterns, you can clearly see that this market has created a double bottom, a big double bottom, big one. So you see it here, hits here on the 4 hour. Remember, on the 4 hours time frame, hit here, it came up here and played around a little bit and came down. And ordinarily, this can be a trap. So, oh, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go up. It might not go up. It can keep pushing down, because this thing looks like a trap. It looks very easy. Oh yeah, it's gonna go up. It's gonna form the third leg. That's what I used to think, but it's good to think that way. But I'd rather wait for the market to come out clearly before and tell me which direction it's going to. If it's going to break through here, and if it breaks through here, I'll wait for it to retest. Then before I take a sell. You can see on my screen I already marked these three pairs are already ready. I already have good setups. I'm going to be watching these three pairs closely to see what's going to happen, because they are already set. So once the market starts playing out, then I will most likely trade these 3 pairs and maybe add another few ones here. Okay, I believe that we are understanding what I'm saying. If you don't understand, you can replay this video back, and I just try to listen and try to get what I'm trying to explain. Now, if you look at this market here, before we go to the next one, you can see that. Let me just give you a picture of what's happening here. Now we are trading double bottom. Let me just go. Double bottom pattern, guys. You can see what I'm saying. Something like this. Oh no, let's take double bottom pattern, something like this. Comes here, hits here, comes here. That means there's a level, strong level here, and the same thing that applies to my own here. Look at it. It came down here, came up here, it came up a little bit, then came down. Now we don't know what's going to go push to the downside or go up, so we're going to be watching it and see what's going to happen. So it's just like something like this. Then the market, what does the market do? Came up here, hit here, played around a little bit here, then then it came down here. So it could come down, retest this level, because this level is a strong level, and push to the downside, or even go up as well. So that's how the market is right now. I believe these trades are quite easy ones. That's why I've already marked them. The USD card is easy setup. You can see it, easy setup. I've entered a trade already. This one is also easy. It's pushing to the upside, but I have to wait. And Europe USD, very, very simple and set. Now let's just add a little bit. Let's add one 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 of the forex currency pairs, and we take gold and three indices. Now AUD USD is very clear. The trend speaks for itself. It's on the uptrend, but on 4 hours time frame now, let us bring it up and see what's going on. This is our point of reference. Now, went up, came down, went up, came down, just like that. Started going up, pulled away, had the correction, push up, and started pushing to the upside. Now, these levels are already marked are key levels. Now, if you pay attention to this area, you see that there's something going on here, right? There's a consolidation going on here, and it took a long time for the market to actually decide where it's going to go to, whether it's up or down. So what has the market done so far? It pushed to the upside, then it pulled down. This area might be telling us that the market is about to reverse. It's possible, because we can see a very strong pullback to the downside after a consolidation. What we want to do is to wait for the market to tell us, am I going down? If it's going down, you wait. You don't want to take a sell first. You want to wait and wait for a pullback before we take what is sell to the downside and to a level somewhere maybe around here. Here. It's also a level here. This is the region here. This region here. This is a key level here. This is a key level here. This is a level here. This is a level here. This is a level here. So we can just sell. We don't know what's going to happen. This thing looks easy, but it's tricky. Very tricky. It could even push upwards and keep consolidating like this. So the best thing is to step down into a lower time frame to see what's happening. You can see, if you go on a 1 hour time frame, you can see that the market is already pushing down. It's a strong push to the downside. This is key level. It broke through that key level. It got to this level again. This level is also a strong level. This level is a strong level. If you look to the past, you will see that the market has been bouncing, keep bouncing, and it made an attempt to push to the upside and also came down to that level, but also it didn't just fall straight. You can see it was negotiating its way downwards and finally broke to the downside. All indication shows that the market is on a bearish bearish trend. But what I will do is to wait and see how the market plays out. Now let's pick out, let us take the theory, we have gold here, we have NAS, we have NAS here, we have German 30, we also have US 500, okay, and we also have US 30 as well. So now we have treated these three, and AUD as well. Okay, AUD. Let's see AUD. Then let's just look through the indices: US 30, NAS 100, German 30, US 50. Now, all these indices are correlated pairs. What I mean is they exhibit similar direction, similar characteristics. Now, US 30. Let's go for US 30 first of all. Now, US 30 is very simple. I've already marked it out already. Got time. Now, the market went up, pushed to downside, hit here. It respected this level, came down, and it's just dancing up and down. Now, where is this market on? This market is on a downtrend. So the downtrend. Now, you can see we don't know what's going to happen yet. But one thing I must tell you is that indices respects or in this area, indices has a relationship with the US dollars. If the US dollars is going up, if the US dollar goes up, if the US dollar goes up, indices will go down. Indices will be down. If US dollars, oh, let me just put USD. Let me just put USD. It's a rule of thumb. I'm telling you, it helps you. Goes down, indices goes up. This is a rule of thumb. I use this to trade indices, and indices around is around, I think indices start to make movement about after an hour or two, I think, during the US session. So the US session, that's when indices moves most likely. Yeah, so what I'm saying is that now this is a rule of thumb for the indices. Now if I want to trade indices, what I do is I just wait for US session. Once the US session, I try and check the news to see if there's anything happening. Let's assume this news. Now let's assume this comes out, initial jump claims comes out. I look at it. Previous is 177, actual is 166. This is an example, please. Now you can see that the value of US dollar regarding initial job claim dropped. So what does it mean for the indices? Indices will most likely go up. But what I have to do is to wait. You will now see, after a while, you will begin to see that the candlestick. I usually trade US 30 only 15 minutes time frame, because just think, yeah. So because that on the fundamental news, because US has come down, just have some patience. You will see that the market start to push to the upside, and I take a buy. That's what I do. It works. Okay, now I won't talk too much because of time. I want to make this video short as possible. There's a lot of things to say. Going to NAS 100, the same thing, using the rule of thumb, where you have to use the fundamentals to watch the direction. But as it is now, you can say the market is consolidating. So if the market comes down to the downside, I do a lot of I combine a lot of things when I combine a few things actually when I'm trading indices. Because indices are quite different from currency pairs. Indices behaves a little bit different somehow, but it's dependent on US dollars. So like here, what I want to do, I have to wait and see and watch the news. If everything aligns and this one breaks to the downside, I wait for the retest and enter a sell. That's what I'll do. Now you look at the US 30, it's on the sell. It's on the it's on the overall, well, because 15 minutes, okay. Well, it's only, if you look at this region here, it's only sell. Actually, it's on the sell. NAS 100 is also on the sell. Let's put on this area. So most likely we have to wait for the market to play out to see what we're going to do. Now for US 30, I expect to be on the sell as well. So you can see that the market pushed to the upside. Now it's consolidating. It means that there's something strong about this level. So what do? You wait. Wait for the market to play out and see if you're going to push to the downside. Then you know that, okay, let's draw a level here. Let's draw your levels. But always, each time you want to enter a trade, please try as much as possible to check for news each time you enter a trade. I think I need to start saying that all the time, because sometimes when you have a perfect setup, you wait for the time frame to enter. Sorry, the session to enter. All of a sudden, news comes in and just stops you out. So always be careful to check the news first of all before you even execute trade. Now it's consolidating here. All you do, wait for the market to break and test and push to the downside, or allow it to bounce. So that's what's going to happen. Now let's see for gold. Let's see gold, which is the last thing I'll be taking today. Now gold, I usually trade gold on the lower time frame because of the volatility. Gold is very volatile. It's a metal, and the demand is quite different from that of the currency pairs. Now you can see what gold is doing on the 5 minutes time frame. You would what I have to do first of all, as usual, we first of all draw. We know that first of all identify our trend line, our trend. Sorry, the market is trending to the upside, but what it has done now, it has created a structure here, pulled back, is around the same structure again. So what I do is to draw a resistance. Now the market is on a bearish trend, but this is where it is now. So we have a key level here. We also have a key level down here as well. So what do? I wait for the market to. I use a different approach to trade gold. I use the two candlestick theory, which states that once the market hits a structure, if it gives me a wick to the downside like this, full wick to the downside, I'll enter a sell to the next level. If it does that here, I'll enter a buy to the next level. That's what I do, because many times gold, as I always say, gold does not always do break and retest because its behavior is quite different. So this is FX Mesh smashing it. If you like what I'm about, please like, subscribe, and share. And always remember to trust the process. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.